Howdy folks, I'm Doctor McFarland. Running a little late today. Had to stay at work and then traffic was horrible. So I am here now. And man, there are loads and loads of Helix Stadium XL or Line 6 Stadium XL videos today. John Nathan Cordy had one. Steve Sterlacci. I'm sure others out there. Just tons and tons of videos. I'm pretty sure it's officially able to be ordered. I checked Zounds earlier today, and it said it was still on pre-order at Zounds. Let me check. Let me check what we got going on here on the interwebs. Hidden browser. See if we can see what I see. So we got Stadium XL, which is the larger one, which is funny because in the past the Stomp XL was actually like a smaller. Well, it's actually technically bigger because you have the Stomp, then you got Stomp XL. So whatever, that's all fine. But we got this, and it says pre-order today, so shipping. Get it by December 2nd, which is going to be another about another 2 weeks or so. From Zounds, so that's interesting. Let's go check out Sweetwater real fast. See what's going on over there. Come on now. Stadium. And it still says pre-order. So maybe it's Guitar Center and some other places like that can get it. I mean, just check this out though. $2,500 for a Stadium XL and a backpack. $2,500. I mean, that's Fractal Axe 3 prices right there. That's getting nuts. That's getting up there, folks. That down here. In the meantime, I actually sold my HX Effects. I was just kind of done with it. And then I did have a Stomp for just a little bit, trying to put together a certain kind of pedal board, and then I changed my mind and I ended up selling that one. So really my only Helix right now is the OG right here, the Floor. Which you can kind of see. Let's see if I can change my view here. M50 Embryo. That's not even right. That's not right at all. Wow. What's even happening right now? Let me adjust this. So we're gonna. No, I don't want a new empty scene. I want the source to be blank. All right, so let's redo this from scratch, shall we? No, I don't want that. I want a camera. And this is going to be the M50, which is right over my head. And, of course, it's upside down. It's upside down, folks. We're going to rotate it. There we go. And we're going to make it nice and big. So you can see what I see. Kind of. Essentially. Then we'll add in another source. What's happening here? This is my my Logitech here in front of me. It looks pretty good. It's not too bad. This is the Brio. The Brio versus the MX Brio, which is what that is. So there's that. But I can also make myself pretty small. Just over in this corner. Maybe I'll put myself up here in this corner. All right, there we go. You can kind of see the screen in all its glory. All right, so let's actually get to a new preset. I have an idea in mind here. There is a setting. Let me find where the settings are. Global settings. We'll go to preferences. Maybe it's not Nathan, it's not a touchscreen. Okay, sorry. Recall, edits, reload, snapshots, preset spillover. I'm going to have that be on. But check out what happens now. So I went to preferences and then preset spillover. When I go back, we only have one chain of events right here. Okay, so this is going to force me to only have something in the preset that I absolutely need to have at that time. And then I can go to another preset. So check this out. We're going to go over here to the middle-ish. And we're going to add in an amp and a cab. It will be guitar. And, I mean, there's really all kinds of great stuff. Let's go really old school here. I'm going to do the U.S. Princess because I actually had a silver face. I think it was a 1976 silver face Princeton. That was pretty good. Let me check my channel real fast. Make sure I am live. I am public and I am live. So there you go. All right. So y'all come on in. Let me know what your name is, where you're from. Are you ordering a Stadium XL or a Stadium? Or are you just waiting till there's some good used prices on the market? One thing I do like about the Headrush is it gives you a DSP meter on the screen. So as you start adding things, you can see how much DSP you have left. Fractal also does the same thing. I'm not sure if the Quad Cortex does that. The Toemaster Pro does not do that either. But this is, you just kind of have to start adding stuff until it craps out on you. So. All right, let's introduce you to my guitar. If I can go back up and see where I'm at. Okay, I know what I need to do. I need to bring this thing. Is this my scene? I think it is my scene. M50 Brio. Let's move it up. Move it down. Okay, there we go. All right, the guitar I am playing is one that I've had since around 2019. And this is a Avocado Green Reverend called the Six Gun TL. The Six Gun TL. Okay. Now, it originally had a Telecaster style pickup in the bridge. But I had a set of Dimarzio Area 61 and 58s, whatever they are. I got them from Guitar Center a long time ago, and actually had them in a different guitar. But the reason why I hadn't been playing this guitar is because the bridge position on the 5-way switch, it would cut out, and it was just not good. So I popped it open, add a new switch, soldered all the cables how it needed to be. And now we're back in business. So I have a good bridge pickup, then a good neck pickup. Okay. And then we got the middle. Then we have the 2 position. Then we have the 4 position. Okay, so these are, they're pretty much noiseless pickups. They're definitely like humbucker style pickups in a single coil form. And this may be the only Reverend that I'll ever keep. I'm definitely selling my other ones. I just don't need them. But this is a really cool guitar. Excuse me. Really cool guitar, and I like it. So we got the US prints right here on the screen. Let's go back to here. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get rid of that one. That scene is not working. Okay. I can also technically move this over just a little bit. Okay. So now we have the amp. Let's go in and add a nice reverb. Don't really need the. Let's do a stereo one. That'd be fun. Let's go in. Let's do the hot springs. So let's make it really traditional. Okay, pretty good. We got bring the mix down. And we got, let's put the drip on all the way up. Okay. So my goal with this is I'm gonna have to change this. Okay. I'm gonna exit out. So I got preset and stomp, but I'm currently seeing my snapshots, which is fine. Let's go back to my preferences, global settings. Let's see what to do here. Let's go to. I keep touching the screen like it's a touch screen. It's not a touch screen. Hello. Maybe one day. All right. So we got 8. So my preset mode switches is going to be 8 snapshots. But let's make this to where it's we can switch between presets and stomps. Let's just go presets there. Then when I hit the preset stomp button, that brings me into stomp view. Okay. Now, if I gotta keep it this way in order to make it to where I can access my presets. Now on the new Stadium, they have a A/B switch, so you can essentially do the same thing here. So you can tell it to be like, I want to initially see presets, but then I want to hit the B switch, which is really preset and stomp. You can either make it be all stomps, or you can make it be a combination of whatever else you want. So there's different ways of getting around and doing it that way. So, but so far this sounds really good. So we're going to view our presets. Just like we have here, okay? Now, I'm currently on 17C. Just for fun, let's save this. Save. Okay, let's go up a bank. So we don't have anything on 19. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back down, go to 17C. I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to change the destination to let's go to 19A. How about that? Okay, so now we can have a whole row of like 4 different presets I can choose from, and then within there I can go into stomp and I can see my stomps. Okay, or I might be able to do something like I might want to have my I might want to see snapshots and stomps, possibly. I'm not sure if that's possible, but anyway. All right, now, I, more times than not, like to see a little bit of delay. And simple delay typically is good enough for what I do. Let's make the time like 450 milliseconds, which is just a good average. Okay, and we'll let the feedback be a little bit lower. Okay, now from here, let's add in modulation, and that is going to be, it's going to be just the good old tremolo. We're bring down the intensity just a bit. Okay, so I'm just kind of making a good all-around preset, nothing too crazy. Let's go down to EQ. Let's go down to, I like the Cali graphic, which gives you the frequency range of what you find on the Mesa Boogie Mark series amplifiers. And that means I can like, I can boost this up maybe like 2.5 dB. Raise some 2200, raise some 6600. And that could be assigned to a switch to where I can have this just be on, I can turn that on and off for like a solo boost, that type of thing. I kind of technically need to be in this corner, don't I? Because I feel like I'm looking at a weird direction if I'm not. Let's make it square. Yeah, something like that. There we go. Now it makes more sense. Cool. And I'm not cutting off the screen, so that's good. Okay, I got some tremolo going on. We'll go ahead and bypass that for now. We'll hit save. Let's go in and add a compressor. So this is basically going to be a good, clean type rig. Let's actually go with the legacy one. Let's go with like the blue comp. Let's try Veta Juice. I do like that you have the dynamics or gain reduction on the screen. That is very convenient. We'll adjust the amount here. Okay, good. And then I like to have at least one overdrive. We'll go to distortion, mono. I really like the T-Mall, which is the Timmy. I really like the compulsive drive, which is the LCD from Full Tone. The prize drive is the Nobles. The Scream 808 is a Tube Screamer. Obviously, the Pillars. Pillars is really nice. Let's turn the gain down on this. Yeah, buddy. It's pretty good. Let's I'm gonna delete a video real fast. Okay, cool. All right, that is the Pillars. This is a great pedal all around from Earthquaker Devices. All right, let's go to my delay over here, and let's bring the mix down even farther. Okay, and maybe not as long. Maybe let's make it like 350 instead of 450. Cool. I like it. So let's go ahead and save this. Let's call it Doc, because I'm the doctor of rock and healing people, sweet rock and roll. Doc, clean. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just using the knob here to scroll up and down between the different characters, and then nudging over to change the slot. So clean. Let's go down to A. Go up to N. And then delete. So Doc clean. That works for me. All right, now going into stomp view, let's go to our delay. Let's just add it to a switch. And then go to our tremolo, add it to a switch. Going to our EQ, which is already on a switch. And then going to our pillars, which is on a switch. Okay, save it. Now, to show you that we can easily swap around things, I'm going to put my pillars and my EQ on opposite ends. So just by touching the foot switches, then it now asks me if I want to swap, and I said yes. So now my pillars is over here, and my graphic EQ is over here. Let me lower my ooh, yeah, that looks good. Sweet. Okay. Camera issues. Well, it's not issues, but okay. That sounds good. All right, good. I like that one. So let's say that's my overall clean type stuff. Okay, now I'm going to go to, well, let's do this. Let's go to save. And this changed my destination to 19B. And then we'll make this say, this is going to be my clean, dirty. Or my Doc Dirty sound. Well, let's actually make it, let's make it rhythm. Because we're going to have a clean rhythm and lead type thing going on. Okay, and then delete, save. All right, we don't technically need a tremolo in here, but we'll just leave it in. And then for the pillars, instead of the pillars, I'm going to make this be, I'm going to change it to be the Scream 808. Wherever it is. There we are. Okay. All right, it's okay if that's more mid-rangey because I'm going to have a higher gain amplifier going on here. So I really like, there's all kinds of things I like. But let's try the, where's the orange? Now, the Texas channels 1 and 2, those are really nice. Something sounds interesting there. Let's see what else we got. EV Panama, Vitriol. And then we get into the Line 6 original stuff. Where's the orange? I'm looking for it. The Mandarin Rocker is what it is. Okay, so we're going to turn the gain down on this sucker. Make sure the channel volume's all the way up. Okay, let's page over a little bit. Let's bring up the sag. We're going to change the microphone to like a Ribbon 160. We're We're going to bring up the low cut to about 100, bring down the high cut to about 5. Put it on the cap edge. Okay, we'll save that one. Okay, now going back, notice what happens here. We are going to, well, let's do this. Let's raise the delay up just a little bit more so you can hear the effects of what's happening. All right, now, let's also bring up the feedback so we can really hear it. Okay, so that's an extreme example for the mix and feedback, but you can hear that we are allowed to go from one preset to another with gapless switching because it's using up one of the cores that would originally be for the second line right here. We're actually using that for our gapless switching for presets. So it's taking up one whole core of DSP just for the preset switching. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the Stadium XL and the Stadium are going to have 100 times more DSP than the original Helix, give or take, you know, a tenth or so. And you're going to be able to switch between presets with no gaps. I'm not for certain yet, but we'll definitely crack open a manual here pretty soon and see what's going on there. So if you're watching, let me know if you can hear me okay. I hear everything just fine in my headphones. But there's always weird things that could happen. So yeah, just let me know. Okay, let me try one more thing. I'm going to go back to global settings. Swap up and down. Banks, up, down switches. Snapshots. Presets. Interesting. Swap up and down. Okay. Manual return, snapshot mode switches. Auto return. Stop mode switches is going to be 10 switches. So I don't see the banks anymore. I can have 10 whole switches there. It's pretty cool stuff. It's not a touchscreen. Let's go to display. Let's bring down the brightness. I thought there was a screen brightness somewhere. Let me check it out. Link, dual cabs, first block, auto impedance, ins and outs, line, guitar, da da da. I would think it'd be under displays, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, we're good. Alright, so now at this point, it's not a touchscreen, Nathan. Okay. I'm going to get over it's not a touchscreen here any second now. Okay. It's pretty good. Say that one more time. Now, let's just say, for example, I don't want my delay on for this preset initially when I go to it. Now you could let's go ahead and do this. This is probably going to be the best option for what I'm doing here. I'm going to make this to where I see. Let's go here. I want to see my presets across the top and my stomps across the bottom. Okay, that should give me plenty of options here. And per preset, I can change what is actually on the switches. But this is going to be the best option. So we're going to go to clean. Then you can see it has the pillars there. And then it goes to the simple delay. I swear there's got to be a... I know there's a preference to change the brightness of these LEDs or of the screen. And I'm just not seeing it. There's MIDI tempo stuff. Recall. Spillover. That is interesting. Guitar in and out. Huh. I am just not seeing it. Okay, going to rhythm. All right, let's go to one more. Let's save this. Make it 19C. And then we'll actually, we're going to make this say lead. Now, I'll probably have like 1 million people watching if I actually had the Stadium XL in my possession, but right now I only have one person watching. So thanks for coming in. But if you're watching this and you have an OG Helix, this is a very, very similar workflow that you're going to do with the Stadium XL and the Stadium. None of that's really changed. They do give you a touch screen and they give you some other stuff. But as far as like having the row of switches right here, having the same amount of foot switches with scribble strips and whatever else, it's going to be fairly similar. Now, based on John Nathan Cordy's video, his Stadium XL was about this much, this much in size versus like you're basically cutting off about 2.5 inches in length and probably not as deep. So, maybe like that high instead of that high. So it will be a little bit smaller. All right, now for my lead, I really like let's try the moon. Okay, all kinds of different options here. Let's see. I really like the let's try like the blue channel. Turn the bright off. That's pretty good. I'll turn on a simple delay. Okay, not too bad. I like that one, but I also like the archetype lead. Okay, let's save it. Let's go back to clean. So what I'm doing now is just make sure I have similar volumes. Let's go to the input block and turn on our noise gate for that. And technically, I could have the archetype lead for my rhythm channel and just turn the gain down. But I'm just showing you that you can have completely different amps and go between different tonalities just by going from one preset to the next. So. Right. All right, let's go to this amp and let's turn it down just a smidge. We got a lot of low end there, so let's turn the bass down. Now, if you have any questions about anything about modeling, just let me know. I'm currently, obviously, I have the Helix right here in front of me, but this has, all the same concepts apply. So if you're using a Headrush or a new Stadium XL or a Quad Cortex or anything else, you're going to do the exact same process on every single modeler. It doesn't matter. Wow, this guitar sounds really stinking good. I'm pretty impressed with this guitar. All right, so that's clean. We're going to save it. Here's rhythm. All right, so for example, let's just say I do go in and choose my archetype lead. I'm going to turn the gain way down. Turn the bass down, turn the treble up, turn the volume up. Do a little high cut action here. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to crank up the volume on this thing. Turn up the level on this. There is a level option on the cab, so I'm going to turn this up about 3 dB. You can also kick in. It's okay having the gain down like that, because you can also kick in the tube screamer. Right, turn the gain down, the level up, the tone in the middle. Okay, you can also kick in the calligraphic. Maybe not as much 6600. So those are just things you can do for like a good volume boost. But once again, we're just teaching concepts here, folks. You can apply this to any real guitar setup, any modeling setup. Okay, let's say I like to have some little quarter note, tap tempo stuff going on. So instead of milliseconds, I can change it to subdivisions. I like it. I like it. That's just the rhythm. And then going to my lead sound. You can make sure this volume is up all the way. Okay, same goes for this one. Let's make it be quarter notes. And then turn the mix down, the feedback up a little bit. Okay, save it. Go back to clean. That sounds nice. Let's make the delay a little bit shorter. Let's make it 300. I'm gonna tighten up my strap here. I really like the strap I use. It's a good strap. If I can reach it. There we go. And I dropped my pick. Okay. So, it is possible to get gapless switching on a Helix just by making different presets and going into global settings, preferences, and turning on spillover. Okay. So going back out of there. So I'm going to reiterate something here. Do not buy the Stadium XL thinking that it's going to make you sound any better than you already do. Okay. You're going to buy the Stadium XL for $2,200 because it has way more DSP. It does have a touchscreen, which kind of, you know, if you're used to that kind of thing, then that's going to be great for you. And that's essentially all. I mean, to me, I wouldn't want to spend. I think right now you can buy. How much can you buy these things for? Helix. How much can you buy these for? You can buy Helix LT for $899. You can buy the Floor for $1,299, or the OG Helix for $1,299. Okay, so essentially $1,000 more. Is it worth it to get that extra DSP, or having a workflow like I'm doing here, where you just set up different presets and then you can turn on your stomps per preset, and then you can still go into, like your scenes or something if you want to, but. Okay, let's go to, let's take our A option here. Let's put that on destination D. We'll call this Doc Ambient, because I literally make just the same presets over and over and over. I really don't need tons and tons of different sounds. Hello. ambient. Sometimes I'll shorten it, but for this example, I'll just say dock ambient. All right, now for this one, we're going to go wild. I don't need my tremolo in here. So I'm going to click on that, go to reverb. We'll go to stereo. You can see that I'm already kind of out of room to do some stuff, which is nuts. Okay, so let's go back. Let's get rid of the pillars because we don't need that. Let's go to reverb here. Maybe I'll just make it mono. Wow, I can't even do that. This is nuts. Okay. Let's go to action. Let's clear that block. Let's clear out some stuff that we don't need. Because we have our hot springs there. Let's change that one out to be the like dynamic bloom. Okay, let's make this one be the I really like the heliosphere. Let's go to action. Let's clear that block. Then let's make a new one and see if we can get any farther. No, we can't. I do like the heliosphere for that one, but let's just do like a Adriatic delay. Okay, let's change that action. Let's go to this one. Dynamic Hall. Let's crank up the mix here. Crank up the decay really long. And you can see that by only having one line and using two really high DSP reverb effects, we now just can't add a bunch of other stuff. So what I'm going to end up doing, let's just go down to Legacy, and this will give us very similar sounds. Let's do like the particle verb, which is nice. Okay, let's go to our other reverb, go to Legacy. Let's just make it a nice hall reverb on this one. Turn the decay up pretty high, reverb pretty high. One more I really like doing is it under dynamics? Probably not. Yeah, there's an auto swell. I really got to have an auto swell on here. turn the attack time up to about 800 or so. See if I can play a little slide for you guys. Okay, that one's pretty good. Let's go over to our delay. And let's go to legacy. I typically just choose the auto volume echo. And that's going to give us what we want right here. So let's bring the depth up. So. Let's try my other slide, my thimble slide. Okay, now I like that. Let's go ahead and touch the switch. Actually, it's already on a switch. Let's put maybe the delay on a switch and do that. And then maybe, just maybe, I'll put in a distortion. Let's go to this one. And we'll put the pillars back in there. We're going to bring the mix of the particle verb down. Okay, add the pillars to a switch. And I think I'm done. Okay, so this is going to give me 4 sounds that I typically use all the time. So here's my clean. Okay, here's my rhythm. Here's my lead. Okay, then the ambient. Let's go to my amplifier, make sure that volume's all the way up. Let's get this, still the ribbon, the 121 ribbon on this one. Make sure we cut some low end, we'll cut some highs. You always want to cut highs on a Mahler around 5 to 6K because a natural speaker only spits out frequencies of, up to 5K, but not really above that. There'll be like a slight drop off after 5K, but it's not as apparent as you think it would. So cutting off 5K will definitely smooth out your sounds a lot more. Bryce, what's up, man? I know this is off topic, but do you have a vid using the Flex Prime controlling MIDI? I do not. I do not have any current Headrush videos doing MIDI stuff. Even though they added MIDI here recently, I just haven't got around to doing it yet. What are you wanting to control with your Flex Prime, Bryce? Now, oftentimes I would use the auto volume echo to do a faux pedal steel. All right, cool. So UAD effects pedals. So what you got to do is look at the manual for the UAD effects pedals and figure out, do they like to, like what PC message does it need to change maybe the preset? And then what CC message does it need to change a parameter of some sort? Okay. So that's what you really got to concentrate on is PC messages are typically sent for preset changes because that's what it means. It's a PC preset change. Then a CC is a continuous controller. So if you want to adjust like the delay time on on a Starlight, for example, you're going to use a CC message for that. Okay. Now, I don't have a Headrush hooked up right now, but you do have the ability to now go into a foot switch. I think you can go into a foot switch in the hardware assign, and you can tell it to send either a PC message or a CC message. Okay. Now, it's not as convenient as what the Helix can do, as what a Boss GX100 can do. Even the Toemaster Pro can do it as well, but I hadn't gotten to that MIDI world yet. Bruce Kasperzak is loving the Avocado Green guitar. I'm sure you've seen this over the years. This thing is great, man. I love it. That's the only bad thing about this auto volume echo is it's not based on the input sensitivity. So you kind of have to, let's see, how do I want to do this? You kind of have to, how do you do this? I think it's based on the depth, maybe. Let's turn the depth down. No, it's not based on depth. I did turn the mix up more. Yeah, you can't really pluck as it's swelling in. You kind of have to hit a note, wait for it to swell. Now, there is a different one. Let's go in and experiment here for a second. There's a different one called the Adriatic Swell. And it is available. Okay, so let's try this one out. So, scale. Let's see. Threshold. Let's raise the threshold up. So the threshold is going to tell it at what point does the volume have to go over the threshold in order for the swell to start? So something like that. We do have, let's make the attack time a little bit slower. We'll raise the mix up. The feedback nice and high. That works pretty good. Let's lower the threshold just a little bit more, maybe like the 40. Okay, let's make sure this is staying. Let's go raise my my amp level a little bit here. I also like, maybe if I can't add any more. There's nothing more I can add to this preset. What you can do though is you can just do a bank up, then go to the next bank. So you could have 2 banks of 8 presets total and have like clean, rhythm, lead, ambient. Then the next bank up can be like other wild presets that you've come up with. Then you can just switch between them. But if you want to go from this bank back to another bank, then that's just what you got to do in order for it to switch cleanly. Bruce says, yeah, who doesn't like an Avocado Green guitar? I've been wanting an easier way to control those pedals. I might just get a MIDI controller along with the Flex Prime. I actually have a Morningstar MC8 Pro on the way because I want to learn how to control plugins on my computer. You can also use it to control the Headrush MX5, the Flex Prime, other pedals like the UA effects pedals, stuff like that. A Kemper player. You can use with the Morningstar MC8 Pro. So it'd be a cool little device that I can do different stuff with. I can control the GT1000 Core with it by changing presets and on-off blocks, stuff like that. I'm telling you, this guitar is fire. I mean, it just sounds so good. Let me show you what kind of pickups I'm using here. If I can find where my head of my browser scene is. I really need to get rid of some scenes. It's hard to find where I'm at here. Okay, let's go down. Let's go down. Something like that. Okay. Let's say we go to Dimarzio. Speaking of Dimarzio, we also have Francis Dimarzio, who watches the channel and is a good friend. So let's see, Area 61 single coil pickup. So I'm pretty sure I have a 61 in the bridge, and then a 58 in the neck and middle. Special return conditions, aged white and white. Cool. I think I have aged white. So there are 2 major differences between a great vintage Strat pickup and an average one. Treble response and dynamics. A great pickup is clear and bright, but not thin sounding. A great one makes the sound jump out of the amp when you pick hard and drop way down when you play softly. And the tone varies when the string is picked at different spots. The best pickup Dimarzio has ever heard like this was the 1958. That's what inspired the Area 58, with two major differences. Dimarzio's pickup has way less magnet pull and virtually no hum. So that's exactly why I got this pickup a long time ago. I've had these pickups for literally probably 15 years, a long, long time. Recommended for neck and middle, can also be used in the bridge. The Area 58 has obvious similarities to the virtual vintage 2.1 replaces. 2.1 it replaces, but there are several non-visible performance factors that have changed. Dynamic range and string definition are greatly increased, leading to improvements in both clean chord playing and overdriven soloing. The 58 is very sensitive to small height adjustment differences. Close to the strings produces a fatter, slightly compressed blues tone, and farther away yields crystal clean sounds. That's cool. I don't have a screwdriver near me. Otherwise I'd experiment with that for a second, but whatever. The final improvement is the noise reduction. All of our virtual vintage pickups have better hum cancellation than full-size humbuckers. Area 58 and Area 61 are even quieter. All right, well, that's cool. Let's go read about the 61, shall we? We got a custom taper potentiometer. That's cool. Where was I just at? There's also Paul Gilbert injector stuff. Where's the 61 that I just saw? There it is right there. Let's read about this one. Dimarzio has been working on serious vintage single coil design with no hum for 8 years. Dimarzio's goal has always been to capture the best qualities of pickups. Dimarzio heard from the 1950s and 60s. Dimarzio has played several pickups from the early 60s that had a unique tonality. They were steely yet woody sounding. Naturally, Dimarzio wanted to nail this sound, and Dimarzio wanted to do it with no hum and less magnet pull. This is it. It's good in all three positions, and it's a perfect bridge pickup with a pair of Area 58s, which is what I have. If you want to go all the way from Nashville to Texas in one guitar. Over the last 10 years, Dimarzio has gotten literally hundreds of requests from guitarists asking for the Texas blues sound. This sound is centered on single coils from the early 60s, but it also is based on heavy strings and strong hands. Dimarzio can't change your strings on your hands or your hands, but the Area 61 captures the tonal bedrock this sound is based on. Like the Area 58, the 61 really responds to different pick attacks. Played hard, it sounds louder and tougher than you'd expect from a vintage pickup. So with all that said, what you're going to find, regardless if you play through like a real amp or you play through a Mahler, okay, let's switch my thing back around here, okay, is the Mahler is going to respond to whatever you give it. So the type of guitar that you play and the kind of pickups that you have will have a factor in how your Mahler sounds, okay? Now, you need to base all this on, you can make any guitar sound good. You can make any Mahler sound good. You just have to tweak the settings. But like you've read here, or you've heard me read, if you have a good dynamic pickup, then the Mahler should respond to that pretty well. Yeah, and it stays in tune. Well, it sounds like, yeah, this guitar It has a Wilkinson trim on it right here, the Wilkinson trims. Also, my Kiesel guitars, which have Godot and Hipshot, they're all 2-point tremolos, and 2-point trims just stay in tune really, really well. What's also cool about Reverend's is it has a bass contour knob, which is like a high pass filter. So if you roll this up, you are cutting the lows. And then if you take the tone knob here, it's kind of like a low pass filter. So you're rolling off some of the highs. Okay. So you basically have a high pass and a low pass filter on your guitar, which can drastically shape the sound, but even before you hit the amplifier. Okay, pretty cool. Let's see what happens here. I turn on the tremolo, but then if I go to another preset and go back, the tremolo will be off. So that's good. That means I can kind of turn things on and off as I need to, and then go directly to another preset, and then it won't try to save my previous changes. Now you can change that in global settings. Let's see, snapshot edits. So that's for snapshots. Transparent, snapshot select. I'm not sure how this would work. Let's see. Manual return, snapshot mode switches. Banks up and down. Yeah, I'm not really sure if there's an option in here. Snapshot edits, recall, discard. Yeah, I don't think it has that option to try to save previously made changes or like do an auto save. But I will save it there because I want to turn off the delay. Then go to lead. Then go to ambient. Now, let's just say for fun, I didn't want the swell in there at all times. So I could go to my ambient and still have a nice kind of dreamy sound. Yeah, let me turn that into the dwell. Cool. Turn on the pillars. Turn the mix of this one down. There you go. Gotta love the Princeton. Bruce, if you're still watching, what have you been up to, man? We need to give you a chat. Give you a call over the telly. Yeah, these pickups make all the difference for me. These sound really good. Let me know what other questions that you may have. It could be about guitars, could be about recording, could be about modeling or amps or pedals or... Let's see here. I'm going to turn on this, I'm going to turn on this Tone Master Pro right here. See what we got. Let's see what we got without hurting myself. All right, so we're going to get a little room, some room sound here. Going to input. And then we're going to make this. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not going to go behind my back. Maybe I'm going to go like this. So we're going to take the 1/4-inch output of here. And I'm going to have to turn this a little bit. Something like that. Okay, turn this on, and let's see what we got. Now, I do have a desk mic, which I can bring down and kind of put that on there. Okay, let's turn that down a little bit. All right, so here is just the amp or the FR in the room. Turn down the volume a little bit there. Now, a little trick that I've done here is I've turned down the bass. I've actually turned up the mid-range and the treble a little bit. Now, I'll crank the volume on this a little bit more. Turn that down on the stream. And this sounds really good. Maybe turn it back down a little bit. Now, if I turn the mids and the bass back to where they were, or 12 o'clock, notice how it's lost its presence because the mid range is now more scoopy sounding. Maybe that's the truer sound of what you're hearing straight from the mauler if you were to go to front of house, but to me, I think it sounds a little bit better if you cut some bass, boost the mids up, and a little bit of the highs. To me, just to me, that sounds like it's more of an amp in the room type sound. Okay, going to my rhythm sound. Okay, going to my lead. And then going to my ambient. All right, now one more setup you can do. Let me grab this cable down here. Yeah, if I don't hurt myself. And now we're going to go from the XLR out of the XLR out of the FRFR, which is essentially just sending a straight pass through of the signal that it's receiving from your mauler or line input. Okay. All right, so there's that sound versus this one. Should be very, very similar. Okay, so I'm just swapping back and forth between the line out or the XLR out of the FR versus the XLR outputs of the mauler. Okay. So if you wanted to have, let's say you wanted to have some XLR output, let's turn this a little bit like that. And then also add in a little bit of room mic sound. Oh, I need to turn up the speaker. That'd be helpful. I just changed keys there. Let's turn that down. All right, cool. I'm going to go to my new website, which is based off of payhip.com. It's still Doctor McFarland Studios. I need to log in. But I switched everything over, so I'm going to go into my presets. Let's see if I can go to manage. And then maybe go to preview. Yes, I want to go to preview. And then let's say I want to go to, I don't even know. See what we got. Alright, I'm not sure if you can tell, but I based this backing track off of a Dierks Bentley country tune. So I'm not sure if you can tell there or not, but it's pretty good. So this is on the rhythm channel. Let me switch my view so you can see what I'm seeing. Ba-ba. Screaming on the weight. Okay, lead. Change my drive a little bit. Alright, back to just the direct outs. Okay, here is just the room mic. All right, there you go, guys. So that's an example of basically getting the direct outs of the Mahler, going to an FR speaker like the FR12 from Fender, and then using the XLR out of the FR12 to go through the front of house, which is I'm going through my Yamaha TF5 right here, and then using the microphone in the room. Either this is about 1.5 feet away from the cab, and now you can hear the cab sound. Okay, so if you're interested in supporting the channel, my backing tracks, Volume 1 is only $20. It gives you 52 backing tracks, 1 track per week. So if you want to spend the next year working on your craft, working on, playing from like a, let me show you my screen here. If you want to work on hidden browser, if you want to work on going from an F chord, let me go back to my clean sound here. Going from clean. Yeah, working on that. Right? Maybe you're not that great with chords yet. This gives you 52 tracks that you can play along with. And then eventually, once you start learning scales and pentatonic scales and wanting to know how to solo, you can then use your chords. Maybe you start using triads. Kind of spice it up a little bit. Yeah, there you go. That's what backing tracks are good for. You can obviously go to YouTube and just type in backing tracks and find anything you want. But if you want to help support the channel, they are only $20 on my website, and I greatly appreciate it. It took me a long time to get 52 tracks nailed down and produced. So my time is worth it. Your time is worth it, and just trying to help you out, giving you some things you can practice with. The Boss ME90. I've never used the Boss ME90, but they are pretty much all the same. So what we got here with the ME90 is you got bank up and down, just like you have on the Mahler here. And you have different stomps, but you can also go into memory and manual mode. Okay, I do have a Boss GX100 over here, and I have a playlist that you can watch that shows me how to dial in sounds on the GX100. But essentially, you want to go through, P1 is a preset 1. You want to choose your preamp. You want to choose your EQ and your effects, your compression in effects 1, your overdrive distortion, your modulation and your delay. And then the reverb is, I feel like the reverb is right here on the top right hand corner. So per preset, you can dial in, just like what I've done here in this video, is you can like preset 1 can be my clean, preset 2 can be my rhythm, then we have my lead, then we have my ambient. Then if you hit the memory manual switch, you can then access your amp on and off, your EQ, your reverb, your compression, your overdrive, distortion, your mod, and your delay. So you can basically do everything I've done in this video with the Helix and everything you can do with the Boss GX100, and you can apply the same concepts to the ME90. Okay, if you want me to, I can get my hands on one of these and do a video series on how to dial these things in. But no joke, I mean, everything I teach here on the channel are just the same concepts over and over and over and over. None of these units are special. They all do the exact same thing. It's just a matter of what do you turn, where do you push, do you have to deep dive into menus, or like the ME90, you actually have everything right there in front of you. There's really no menu diving at all. Now you don't have scribble strips, so you kind of have to remember, like, okay, what have I made in preset 1 to be? What have I made P2 to be, and so forth and so on and so forth. So that's the only drawback to that. But I don't think you're going to buy this unit and use it so you can have like 20 kitchen sink presets. You're essentially going to make a bank of presets, which is 4 presets right here. And you're going to have clean, rhythm, lead, and then maybe like a special sounding preset. And then when you go into manual mode, you can now turn on and off different effects within that preset. Okay, so you could have a blank, clean preset like I have here, like this. And then you can turn on your overdrive, which is what this foot switch would do. And then you can turn on your delay, which is what this foot switch would do. And then you can turn on your tremolo, which is what this foot switch would do. Okay? And so on and so forth. So when you're in memory mode, there is a control switch. So you can use that control switch for tap tempo. You can use it to bring in and out, I'm sure, other effects. So you don't have to go into manual mode all the time. So you could have like preset 1 is my clean, but hitting the control switch would turn on a phase or something, or like an overdrive, or just whatever you want it to be. Okay. But I could have my GX100 over to my left, and I can show you how to do the exact same thing on that Boss unit versus the ME90, which is also a Boss unit, which works very similarly. Okay. So hope that helps, and hope that makes sense. All right, cool. Now, the last thing you want to really pay attention to is look at your delays and your reverbs and make sure the trails are on for each one. Okay, so notice how the trails were off for my hot springs. So when I went to my from clean to rhythm, that delay did not carry over. So I want to make sure I have those on. So you get the smoothest transition possible between all your reverbs. Okay. Okay, back to this other scene here. I want to give a shout out to Ken Haas over at Reverend, CEO over there. They make great guitars. They are available at Sweetwater and Zounds. So if you're interested in looking into getting a Reverend guitar, be sure to check my affiliate links down below. And we can get those. If you order anything through my links, I get a small commission from that. But I can't recommend these Reverend guitars enough. They give you lock-in tuners on the back. Very comfortable roasted maple neck. This one has a roasted maple fretboard as well. I did upgrade the pickups to Dimarzio pickups, but that's not a big deal. And you always get a bass contour. You got a tone knob and a volume. You got a 5-way switch. You got a Wilkinson trim, Wilkinson lock-in tuners, really nice fretwork on here, and just amazing, amazing stuff. So let me make sure I've turned my trails on for all this. That's on, and that needs to be on. Okay, now if I go from my ambient sound over to my clean. All that spilled over and it sounded really nice. Okay, so you can continue this process by going to the next bank, clicking on 20A, and then but really I would suggest start with one of your presets you've already made. When you hit save, change your destination. Let me show you what I'm doing here. Make sure you change the destination to a new destination. So I'm going to choose 20A now and hit save on that. Okay, so now you see I'm on 20A. And now let's say that last bank was based on a Princeton reverb. But now I want it to be based on a Vox AC30 or an Orange Rock Reverb or any of the Mesa Boogie type stuff, like the Texas type stuff. So let's actually do that. Because I do like the Texas Mesa Boogie stuff. It sounds really good. So like Texas Channel 1, this is your, I can't even remember what the name of what the amp is. Turn the drive down, make sure we turn the volume up. Okay, so let's say this whole row is now based on the Texas channel options. Okay, so we're gonna save it. We're gonna go over to dock and make this. We're gonna call this Tex channel 1, just so you can see what I'm doing here. Tex. We'll do. We'll insert. We'll make this say channel. And then go to my numbers. Okay, Texas channel 1. Okay. Now, going over to the next preset, we're going to make this 20B. Okay, we have everything the same. But now we're going to go change that amp to Texas Channel 2. Turn the gain down, volume up. Okay, we're going to save that. We're going to go over and make sure this is Texas channel 2. Crap. What did I do? There we go. Save. Okay, channel 1. Let's turn down the presence on this one, turn the drive up. Turn up the volume. Channel 2. Okay, cool. Let's do 2 more. Let's fill this thing out. So save 20C. You can do the exact same process on the Stadium. This is why I'm showing you all this, because the Stadium is not special. It's just another Mahler that has fancy names and fancy touchscreens and whatever else, but the concepts are exactly the same. All right, now on this one, let's go to the rhythm channel 1. Okay, so another Mesa Boogie Cali 4. Okay, let's compare that. We're going to change the name here. Rhythm. We'll just call it channel 1 on this one. Check my volumes. Okay, cool. And then say this one more time, 20D. We'll actually do this. We're going to go rhythm channel 2. Change my amp to rhythm 2. Turn down my treble, turn the bass up. Bass down. Okay, so that's not as drivey sounding as some other amps, but it actually sounds a little woolly. Let's go over to turn the master down, then turn the volume up. What do we got going on here? 80 hertz is turned up. Why? Oh, I see. Okay, cool. I see what's happening. The EQ at the end of it has been altered. There we go. That makes so much more sense now. Turn down the high cut, turn up the low cut. On the same rinse and repeat process over and over and over. Okay, so with that said, let's go back and check our channel 1. Let's see what it was set to. The 80 hertz was up. Turn that up. Turn that. Change my mic. High cut, low cut, rinse and repeat. Maybe turn that level a little bit. Okay, so now we're going back to Texas channel 1. A little smoother on the top end. Okay, we got a good rhythm channel there. Or Texas channel 2, then rhythm channel 1. Got the clean, and then we got rhythm channel 2. Let's go ahead and crank that amp up. crank up the drive, turn the volume down. Let's go turn off the, let's bypass the compressor. Because I don't really need compression on overdrive channels. Then you can turn on the pillars. You can turn on a tube screamer to get even more gain from what you had before. All right, one more because I'm on a roll here. We're going to save. We're going to go to destination 21A. And I'm not sure what to call it just yet. Let's go here. And let's change this to... here's my lead channel. All right, so I'll see what we have here. I'll see what we got. So we could technically say rhythm 1, rhythm 2, and lead on one bank. So let's actually do that because I'm an idiot. Okay, so we got that one. And we're going to change this back to 1. Okay, we're going to go save 21B. And then make sure we change the name here to 2. Make sure we change that. Bring back my EQ back into range from where it was before. And we can save these as presets, by the way. Okay. All right, now save 21C. And now we're going to have... I don't want to do that. Let's go back to here. Now I want to have the lead channel. Check this out. What is this called? For lead. Cali lead. We'll call it the Cali lead. So Doc C-A-L. I just messed up. Delete. Insert. Let's call it a LD for lead. Just to shorten it up a bit. Okay, all kinds of cool stuff there. Okay, go to my EQ. Whoops. Okay, pretty good. Turn down the lead a little bit more. Okay, let's save that, and then we'll do save one more time, 21D. We'll call this Doc Cal. I don't even know. Maybe AMD for ambient, or AMB for ambient. Okay. So this means we're going to go to our delay and turn it up. Go to our reverb. Turn it up a little bit. Let's actually change. Well, we're not going to change it. We're going to change our pillars to a Scream mode 08. Turn the gain down, level up-ish, tone down. All right, cool, guys. I'm going to go have some dinner. Been going for quite a while here, but just having fun. I think the kids and wife are away, so I'm playing over here in the studio. So just to reiterate, I have set up presets on the Line 6 Helix, same you can do on the Stadium XL or any other unit. And then I have the view to where I can see my presets across the top and my stomps across the bottom. Okay, that's how I've done it. And I'm basically just going through different banks. So I can go back to like 19A. Here's my clean. All based on the Princeton reverb. Then we have a Doc rhythm, which is based on the archetype clean or archetype, and then lead based on the archetype, and then a Doc ambient based on the Princeton again. Okay, going up to 20A. This is the Texas. Okay, Texas channel 2. Rhythm channel 1. And then rhythm channel 2. Let's go to our amp. Let's go to bass and turn that up. Okay, save. Going up another bank. Here's our rhythm channel 1. For the Cali, let's turn up that volume. Let's go to our microphone, just kind of adjusting some stuff real fast. Low cut, high cut. And then let's raise the volume up here. Neck pickup. Okay, rhythm channel 2. Okay. And then Cali lead. Let's change the mic here. Make it all to the same microphone. Now I will upload these to the website. So if you've already purchased the Helix presets pack, then you will get these for free. If you want to gain access to these and all the other ones I've made in the past, then it's just a one-time $20 fee. Once again, that goes to help to support the channel. And these presets will be transferable to the new Stadium XL if you do choose to purchase that. So okay, so there's that. And then we got the Doc Cal ambient. Turn up the bass. Let's go change our microphone to 160. 160. High cut down to 5. A low cut up to 100. Just raise the level. And what's great is if you're recording, then you got a wide palette of tones just from those 12 tones right there. Then you can utilize for recording and playing out live or just whatever you're doing. So, okay, pretty good stuff. I'll make sure to go through and level match all these before I upload them to the website. But once again, if you want to access those, just go to drmcfarlandstudios.com and you can get all those and help support the channel that way. So if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe below and click the bell for future notifications. I got some pre-made videos I need to release this week for some review stuff I'm doing. But most of the time I just go live and talk about gear, especially on Tuesdays and all that fun stuff. So say goodbye to the Avocado Green Six Gun TL from Reverend. We got the OG Helix Stadium here that you can buy brand new for $12.99, or you can probably find them used, or even get the LT version for probably like $600 or $700 at this point. And really do the exact same workflow I'm doing here. You just don't have the scribble strips. You have to see everything on the screen. But for $700 or $800, you really can't beat it. And I think I'm going to live on this this clean channel with the Princeton reverb. Because sometimes you don't need a whole lot. You just need a good clean amp, a little bit of tremolo, a little bit of delay, and then a little bit of overdrive. And you can do a lot with just that. So thanks guys for watching. I am Dr. McFarland. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.